What's up? It's the height differential. We're back on recording on a Wednesday night. It'll hit your probably Thursday morning. That's the 6-6 deal. I'm the 410 Nick. We got plenty to talk about. We've been talking about Stephen Foster for the last couple weeks. It is coming up this weekend at Churchill. The weather does not look fantastic. Looks like a 90% chance of rain. So could be a muddy track. We will get into that field. Now only 5 horses, but 3 horses in the top 5 of the NTRA top 10. So still a good race to look at. Wyndham Clark wins at Shinnecock while everybody is cheering against him. But he figures out a way after jumping out to an early lead, holds on, and holds off Sam Burns, who comes in second for the second year in a row. We'll talk Dusty May leaving after 2 years in Michigan, going to the Mavericks, World Cup, and some other stories around sports and some maybe not in sports. But before we get started, if you're catching this, make sure you subscribe to the Height Differential, however you listen to pods. Rate it and leave a review. You can also follow the Height Differential at Height Differential on all social platforms. Big race this weekend.
You were going through your rundown here, and if you listen to the pod and you hate the pod and never actually make it to the end, we're going to talk about dogs and aliens, so you might want to stick around.
That helps. And there were no aliens. There were supposed to be aliens. The poor lady's in tears. The psychic, she has millions of followers on social, so I'm sure some people were freaking out. But everybody got out of there safe. We'll get into that.
Yeah.
Yes, hang on, because we will actually talk some fun stuff at the end of the show. But we are going to talk Stephen Foster, 5 horses. Anytime there's a big race, I think we're excited, especially being at our home track, Churchill Downs. You excited for the race?
Yeah. No, I mean, as you mentioned it coming into this, there's 3 of the 5 horses are in the top 5 in the in NTRA rankings. So, I mean, it's going to be a great race. A lot of quality horses, even though it's only a 5-horse race. There's some of the 3 of the best horses in the world. So, yeah, I'm excited. It should be a great race on Saturday.
Yeah, unless you want to go against the favorites, it's probably not the best betting race because there's only five horses. But still going to be fun to watch. And as you said, you got Magnitude, the second. He's ranked second in NTRA. It was White Abarrio's third in NTRA, and then Sovereignty's 4th. So, and then Baez is sitting there 14th. So 4 horses are in the top 15 of the best thoroughbreds in the world. We're going to go through the field. We'll make our picks. We're starting with the long shot, 20-1 morning line. Willie D's, ridden by Luis Saez, trained by Mike Maker. He's 5 years old. First ever graded 1 stakes race. You've got your sheets ready over there. What's your thoughts on?
I mean, if we're gonna go, there's only 5 horses, so I mean, I think all of them could be a contender. Who knows? Because there's only 5, but this horse probably not going to be one of those. As you mentioned, I mean, it's a big step up for him. His first graded 1 stakes race of his career. He has won a grade 3 in that Kentucky Cup Classic at Turfway. But I mean, he's stepping it up. I think you mentioned he's ran 3 times at Churchill. His best finish was second in an allowance race. Yeah, I just don't see it happening. He's probably going to be the horse to try to get out front with a wet track. Maybe if it's wet out there, maybe he gives him a little bit of a better chance. I don't know. But I just don't see him really factoring in.
Yeah, by far, this is the 5th best horse. Now, is he a good horse? Yeah, but in this field, I don't know if he matches up. He's coming off of 2 straight wins. You mentioned his win in the Kentucky Club Classic at Turfway. That's an all-weather track, so it's not even his last race wasn't even on a dirt track. Mike Maker took over in 25. Since then, he's made 11 starts, finished worse than 3rd only twice. So he's consistently in the money. And like you said, he's going to try to get the lead. So he should be a factor in the pace. I don't see this horse finishing and being able to close against this group. So I think this is probably your 5th place finish. But if you want to make some money and you think that he can hang on and finish 2nd or 3rd, that'd be a way to make your exacta maybe pay a little.
Yeah, I mean, he's 20-1 for a reason, and all these other horses are, 6-1 or less. So, yeah, if you're trying to make some money, you might as well sprinkle a couple dollars on them and see what happens.
We got White Abarrio, the old gray now. He's 7 years old. He's ran. This is going to be his 27th race in his career. So the first two horses, this will be Willie D's 28th and White Abarrio's 27th race. Not something you see all the time anymore in races of this caliber because they go to stud. But White Abarrio, ridden by Irad, trained by Safi Joseph. His morning line was 3-1. Did get a win in his last start. What you got on White Abarrio?
Yeah, I mean, he's coming in, like you mentioned, he's third in the NTRA rankings, which, ranks all the horses in the world, and he is an old horse. He's 7 years old, but he's raced in big races and he's won big races. He won the Breeders' Cup Classic. I mean, it was 3 years ago when he did it. He was a 4-year-old at the time, and he has also won the Pegasus World Cup, which is another huge race. So he's faced tough competition. His last time out, he beat Sovereignty, who to me personally, is probably going to be my pick in this race. He beat him by 2 lengths in the Oaklawn Handicap. So he's coming in with some momentum. It's his first race at Churchill since running in the Derby 4 years ago. So it's going to be kind of maybe an adjustment to him to get back out on that Churchill Downs dirt. But he's definitely a win contender.
Yeah, he's proven it over and over, right? And he's coming off that win in the Oaklawn. I think the negative against him is the fact that you said it's the first time he's racing at Churchill since the Derby. He's never won at the Derby. He's 0 for 2 in his 2 starts. I think so. They've already announced that this is going to be his final racing year at year 7, and it'll be really cool to see him go out and winning a race of this caliber. Uh, Picking him, I think the setup in the Oaklawn Handicap really kind of played in his advantage with Sovereignty and Journalism really kind of dueling up front. And I think it kind of wore down Sovereignty, and he wasn't able to finish. As we know with Sovereignty, that's not really his running style. He's
Mhm.
more of a horse that's going to be closing. So I think he had a really good setup in the Oaklawn. I just I go back to it's gonna be fun to watch him run against Sovereignty again, but I think the tide will be turned this time, and I am not putting White Abarrio in my top 2. We now move on to last year's Derby winner, Sovereignty, coming out of the 3-0, ridden by Junior Alvarado, trained by Bill Mott. This your favorite horse. You love this horse. Do you even need notes on this horse, or you just know it all off the top of your head?
I mean, he's a great horse. He would have won the Triple Crown, no question, last year if he would have run. I think he probably would have won the Breeders' Cup Classic last year if he didn't get scratched. He was Horse of the Year last year as a 3-year-old. He won the Derby, won the Belmont, won the Dandy, won the Travers. Like I said, he probably would have won the Breeders' Cup Classic and the Preakness if he would have run in either of those. Um, so to me, he's my pick. His last race, his only race as a 4-year-old was that runner-up finish, as we mentioned, to White Abarrio in the Oaklawn Handicap, which you mentioned he probably got tired dueling around with Journalism. So I think this return to Churchill is going to be good for him. This is my pick. I'm rolling with it. Sovereignty.
Yeah, don't expect Sovereignty to get out front in this race and duel with the lead. Like that just wasn't his style. And with Willie D's and with Magnitude, who we'll talk about, I think those will be the 2 horses out front. I mean, you just look at Sovereignty's results
His
over the
resume.
last one like
His
he's
resume.
gone
Yeah.
second, first, second. I mean, he doesn't finish any worse than second, and for the most part, he's finishing in first place. We talked about the weather. I think that the wet surface could really help his chances as he's had a couple win on off tracks. Um, Dude, he's 59th on all-time earnings already. He's 7th among active runners, and he's 4 years old. I think this is a definite, obviously a win contender. I'm not gonna I'm gonna hold off on whether I'm picking this horse to win after we go through the entire field, but there's no way to ignore this horse, and it's hard to believe that it's really only the second time we've seen him run this year, and the second time since last August. So just fun to get Sovereignty out there. And look, dude, when Derby winners come back for their 4-year-old year instead of going to stud,
It's a
because
win. It's a
it
win
is
for
a win.
everybody. Yeah.
It's a win for sure. So excited, but no doubt this horse is a win contender. In the 4 hole, you have Baeza, morning line of 6-1. Flavian Pratt back aboard. Bill Mott, the trainer. Another 4-year-old, another horse that was on the Triple Crown circuit last year. Your thoughts on Baeza?
Yeah, I mean, he's been tested. You know, he ran that Triple Crown last year, and he ran the Breeders' Cup Classic last year. So, you know, he's running big races. He hasn't gotten, you know, the win results that maybe his connections have hoped for. You know, he ran third in the Derby and the Belmont last year to Sovereignty, who we just talked about. You know, he did win the Pennsylvania Derby last September over Magnitude, who we'll get to here in a second. And Magnitude is currently ranked second in the rankings. So, I mean, that's a big notch on his belt there to take a horse down like Magnitude. Um, you know, his last race was on Oaks Day, and we were there for that when he finished third in the Ali Sheba Stakes. You know, the wrap on that was he got a bad break out of the gate and, you know, tried to come on at the end, lost by 3/4 of a length to Corporate Power and Skippy Longstockings. But I think he's still a quality horse. I think he's a really good horse. I just don't think he's as good as maybe some of these other ones that are in here because he's lost to them before. He's just always kind of been that third place horse. And I think that's probably where he'll end up around in this race, probably that third or fourth place finish.
Yeah, I think you can kind of toss the Ali Sheba a little bit because of his hesitant start. Like you said, spotted everybody 7 lengths at the start of that race, but rallied strong, finished within, a length of the lead. Uh, but the problem is this horse has raced 10 times and has 2 wins. And the one greatest stake win was the win at the Pennsylvania Derby, which you talked about. This is a talented horse. There's no doubt about it. For the most part, he's always up there. He finished 6th in the Breeders' Cup. But other than that, he's for every other race in his life, he's finished in the top 3. And in a 5-horse field, I think there's a good chance that
He
that could continue.
could.
Could could this horse figure out a way to shock everybody and win? I don't think he's proven that he likes to pass horses enough to do that. I think this will be the horse that is coming from the back, and maybe if Magnitude and Willie D's just really make it a hot pace, maybe he has a chance. I I think this is probably your 3rd place finisher in this race, and it's what he's done. What he's done. I do think Flavian Pratt back aboard helps, but I just that's who this horse is. He's a 3rd place finisher, and that's where I see him finishing on Saturday. In the 5th hole, it's Magnitude, 7-2 on the morning line. Jose Ortiz aboard. Steve Asmussen, the trainer. He is ranked number 2 in the NTRA rankings. Didn't race in a Triple Crown last year due to a bone chip in his ankle, but is on the improve. And a lot of people are saying this is one of the best horses in the country. Your thoughts?
Yeah, no, he's probably the hottest horse coming into this. He's won his last 3 starts, including that Dubai World Cup, and in the Clark Stakes. Also, he ran at Churchill, so he just won recently at Churchill, which is, you know, says something about him there. It sucks he didn't run the Triple Crown last year because he had that bone chip, as you mentioned. He did lose in the Travers last year to Sovereignty, and he did lose the Pennsylvania Derby to Baeza, 2 of the horses, as we mentioned, that are in this field. So he can be beaten, but he's coming in. He's coming in hot. This is a horse that, yeah, it's going to be him. And what was his name? Something D. Willie D's will be
Willie D's.
Yeah, Willie D's. Magnitude and Willie D's will be probably the 2 horses that you see out front trying to set the tone. So Magnitude is going to look to probably try to go wire to wire. See if he can do it. I don't know. Like I said, he's coming in hot, so don't bet against him.
His going to be his 14th start. He has 7 wins in his life's history. His last race was the Dubai World Cup 3 months ago, so he's had plenty of rest. He beat Forever Young in the Dubai World Cup, who last year, as we all know, won the Breeders' Cup Classic. Took the lead immediately in that race, went wire to wire with Jose Ortiz aboard, and that race was 1.25 miles. Now we're going 1.125 miles, so like you said, none of these horses are going to have a problem getting the distance. But if this horse is able to get the lead and just kind of control the pace, this I think is probably the best horse in the field right now. He ranks 26 all time in earnings, so even higher than Sovereignty, and the Dubai World Cup has a lot to do with that.
Yeah, that's a
And,
rich race right there.
and
Yeah.
he ranks fourth among active horses. I think Steve Asmussen is a really big plus for magnitude here
And
because
Jose. I think both the connections
yeah,
hit Steve and Jose Ortiz as the jockeys is huge.
but Steve Asmussen just has a tendency for his horses to get better with age. He won the 2017 Foster with Gunrunner. He won the 2008 with Curlin, and neither one of those were horses that won the Derby, and were horses that just continually improved, and really are horses that you still think of today when you think of winning horses. So I think maybe he's kind of doing the same thing with Magnitude, but this horse is a definite win contender, and will be cool for everybody to get to see him race a race on this stage in the States after going to Dubai a couple months ago. So, if you had to pick a top 3 in
No,
the
let's go.
exact order,
Let's go. Let's just go through the. I mean, there's only 5 horses here. Let's put our horses in order, and obviously we've got Captain D's or Willie D's. Sorry about that. Willie D's in 5th. We don't
there's
even
no
need to.
way you're throwing in a Willie D's, right?
No. So we're gonna go our top 4. Yeah, like Willie D's is out. So our top 4 in order. You want me to go first, or you wanna go?
I mean, I there's yeah, I mean, you can go first. I've got my order.
I've got my order. I'm not going against my buddy Sovereignty. Like that's the horse that I love. I'm on him. It's gonna be a duel. These 4 horses are gonna just duel it out, and I can't wait. It's gonna be him. I've got Magnitude in a very, very close second. Just for the reasons we mentioned about how he's just been on a tear lately. So Sovereignty, Magnitude. I'm gonna go Baeza in 3rd, just because he always seems to find his way there. Plus, it's 6-1. If you're gonna try to make any money in a try, you got to probably throw him in there. So I'm gonna go Baeza 3rd, and then White Abarrio in 4th. But I mean, I think the 4 of them will be all within 4 or 5 lengths of each other. There, I mean, it's gonna be close.
And dude, White Abarrio could win this race. There's any of those 4 can win it.
Yeah,
But
yeah. It's hard. It's hard to pick.
I think with 5 horses and you're gonna have Willie D's and Magnitude up top. Even if Willie D's gets the lead because he's in the 1 hole, Magnitude's gonna be right there in the 2, ready to pounce. I think he's gonna have clearly be able to get this distance. I don't think it's gonna collapse at all to where any of these stalkers are going to be able to get the lead from Magnitude. So I got Magnitude winning the race. Uh, Sovereignty doesn't finish worse than second ever. So I've got him finishing second. And then just like you, Baeza is a third place horse.
That's
It's
what he
what he
does.
is at this point.
That's what he
I've got
does.
Baeza in third. And dude, I love White Abarrio.
I do too. I do too.
And so much respect for the fact that he's 7 years old and might be in a near career best form at
Yeah.
7 years old.
Yeah.
But he was able to finish on a fast pace where Sovereignty was up front. Really, I don't think that's the best position for him. So the setup was perfect. So I've got White Abarrio finishing in 4th. So we're going Magnitude, Sovereignty, Baeza.
Okay. So we were basically the same. We just flip flopped our 1 and 2.
Now, look, dude, if it's a wet track, will that maybe make me change my mind? Probably not, but I think that favors Sovereignty. But if I'm going to get Magnitude at, 7-2 on the morning line, do I think he'll go off it 7-2? I'm not sure. Like, I would say that, Sovereignty, I know he's a Derby horse at Churchill. He's going to get bet. Do you think he'll go off at 6-5, or how will those odds change?
I mean, I don't see it changing much. I think it'll be close to 6-5.
Could it
I
get
mean, you
even?
might get it maybe 2-1. I don't know. Like
There's no way he's moving to 2-1.
that's 2-1. Yeah. Yeah.
Derby winner back at Churchill.
Yeah. 3-2. I don't know. I don't know.
I I don't think it's going to move much. I think he could move as high as even. That many people are going to bet him, which makes me lean magnitude even more because if magnitude's going off at 7-2, 4-1 in this race, I think there's absolute value there. I think the odds will switch though a little bit. I think magnitude will probably end up being a little closer to 3-1, and White Abarrio's odds will move up a little bit to where he's closer to 4 or 5
Yeah,
off that 3-1 line. And then Baez will probably be around where he is, and
I agree.
nobody's gonna I, nobody's gonna touch Willie D's unless you're just trying to hit a lottery ticket. But dude, he's never ran at a grade 1 before. Maybe he likes the company and figures it
It's a
out.
good name. Like if you're gonna bet names, Willie D's kind of a cool name.
It's if you're betting the name, yeah, that would be a good one to roll with. Plus, you're
People
probably gonna
do.
get
People bet names. They do that.
25-1. Last year in this Stephen Foster mind frame got the win. Sierra Leone, who was coming off the Breeders' Cup Classic, came in second place. So excited for this race. Going
Yeah.
to be fun to see Sovereignty and White Abarrio go against it and see Magnitude go against some of these horses that he's seen before, but some that he hasn't. And is Magnitude worthy of that number 2 NTRA ranking? And can he take care of this field? But if he gets out front, it, I just don't see Sovereignty finishing. You got any smack talk you want to talk about Goat and Tempo?
We'll leave him alone for a week.
Leave him alone.
Yeah, we'll leave him alone for a week.
One one player that a lot of people were talking smack against, but he didn't care. Wyndham Clark, who we've been on text about this guy.
Uh-huh.
I'm not a Wyndham Clark guy. And admittedly, a lot of that stems from 2023 when he beat Ricky out in LA in the US Open.
Yeah.
But there's other things that have made me not like him as well. And we're going to get into that. But he jumps out to a 64 on Thursday, plays in the afternoon. Everybody's talking about how the afternoon's going to be tough. It wasn't. But he fired a 64. Credit to him because everybody else had the same conditions. And you jump out to a lead of that magnitude, get to the final day. He had a shot. He had a, what was his stroke lead? At one point, he had a 7-stroke lead, I think, on Sunday. Ends up winning by 1, fires a 3 over 73 to finish 4 under. Made so many long par putts and a big birdie putt when he went from the weeds on 16.
Yeah.
And then after missing the par putt on 17, it closes out with the 2 putt on 18. But with everybody against him, you see your lead shrinking, and you figure out a way to win. You got to give the dude some credit.
Yeah, you got him credit. I mean, a 64 at the U.S. Open is insane. Like, with the conditions.
Especially at that place.
Yeah, I mean, insane with the conditions that the U.S. Open has, and you shoot 1 or 2 under, and you're in a good spot, and he's shooting 6 under. So he really won that tournament there in round 1, but he didn't hurt himself in round 2 or round 3. Played good golf, was 1 under in round 2, even par in round 3. So he never really, gave it up until round 4, and he had such a big enough lead to where a 3 over wasn't going to hurt him. It almost did, but it didn't.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, he closed it out like he needed to. Like you said, that birdie on 16 was from the weeds was incredible. You take that 2-shot lead with 2 to play, and you're thinking it's pretty much over. But he made it interesting with the bogey on 17, and then on 18 on his second shot into the green, he didn't look like he liked it. He looked like he looked like
he hated it.
Yeah, he looked like he was like, like, where's this gonna go? And it finds the front edge of the green, and he absolute beautiful putt to within tap-in distance. So I'm not a Wyndham Clark hater. I said this last week. I said how well he was playing and how he was going to be a contender to win this. And I don't hate him like you do or Andrew Miller or any of our other friends or most of other people in golf. So I mean, just from I liked him from watching him on Full Swing and his story, about how he overcame some stuff with his mom passing away and all that. And what a great moment to have his dad surprise him there on the 18th green after it was all over. So I'm not a Wyndham Clark hater. I got a soft spot in my heart. Good for him. Good for him.
Yep.
Good job, Wyndham.
Look, I'm a golf guy, and I mean, dude, just see it. Like, you got to give him credit for the way they battled through. And the Gallers were totally against him. Like, there were spectators getting kicked out for the way they were treating him and the things that they were saying. Boo, like cheering when balls fall off the green, and like you just don't see that against
The
American
American
players
won
in the
in
U.S.
the U.S.
Open,
Open. Oh,
like former U.S. Open winners.
what are we doing?
Um, and yeah, seeing his dad there was really cool. I felt bad for Sam Burns. It's 2 years in a row where he's really been in contention, and he played really well on Sunday, and had 2 birdie putts on 17 and 18. Didn't really give the one on 17 a chance, and then I think he thought he made the one on 18, and it just didn't fall. And like his dad was there too, and you see him tearing up, talking about what it meant and how his dad was saying he's proud of him. And you know, it's on Father's Day.
On
Like,
Father's Day.
it's
Yeah,
on
it's
Father's Day.
on Father's
Like,
Day.
all of that is really cool. I admittedly am not a Wyndham Clark guy. Do I hate him? No,
You hate him.
it's not hate. I wouldn't be on the golf course booing the man to his face. I would not be doing that. Um, but like some of this stuff that he has brought upon himself with the ways that he has acted in the past.
Yeah.
Like you can't just go and
Punch a locker.
destroy the locker room at Oakmont. You can't just throw your club and strike a sponsor sign at Quail Hollow. Like, and you can't just do this kind of stuff and think there's
Just
not going
like
to be
us. How many times on a
repercussions.
golf course have you wanted to throw a club or hit a sponsor sign? It
I mean,
happens. It happens.
I'm not going to. Okay, that might happen where I want to throw a club. Will I throw it? Probably not. And there's a whole nother level when you talk about throwing a club and trash an entire locker room.
No, I wouldn't do that. No, yeah, trash in the locker room's a little too far. But
Like, that just, you're coming off as a spoiled brat. And look, it turns a lot of people off, and I get it. I get it. But I here's another thing too. The reason that he was treated this way, he's playing with Scotty on Scotty's birthday. Scotty's he's going for his 4th major. Like, trying to get them all, get the Grand Slam. And everybody loves Scotty. They're singing happy birthday to Scotty. So he's also kind of just in the crosshairs of that. So that played a role in it too.
also,
Do you not agree?
Yeah, I mean, I
Like,
agree. I agree.
like if Wyndham was playing with a Decky or somebody that's not from the USA in the final pairing, do you think he would have been treated differently? I think there's a chance.
What if he was playing with Rory?
Yeah, or Rory or
I mean,
Tommy or
you see the heckling of Rory in the U.S. Open where the spectator was heckling him and Rory called the guy fat.
yeah. But I do think that Wyndham has a little bit of a villainous personality. I think he
If I'm
kind
him,
of
I'd play into it. Play into it.
I think he absolutely embraces it. And I don't know if you saw, did you see what he did at the Canadian Open a couple weeks ago?
No. What did he do?
They have a stadium hole on a par 3, and dude walks out in a Hughes hockey jersey, a USA Hughes hockey jersey, and hits his
Good for him.
ball in the tournament wearing that jersey.
Good for him.
So he
How do you
embraces
not
it.
like that? How do you not like that?
I do. I do like that. I do like that. But I will never be a Wyndham guy. I wanted to see Scotty win. I wanted to see Sam Burns win, but I do not hate Wyndham Clark. But you can't act the way you did and then expect people to just forget it because you apologize.
Well, speaking of club throwing on that, didn't Joaquin Neiman get a 2-stroke penalty for doing that?
Yeah, he dropped an F-bomb through a club and got
So
a
if he
2-stroke
without the 2-stroke penalty, he finishes tied for 3rd, and instead he's T7. That's a lot
and
of
he
money.
would have been another one under par, right?
Yeah, he would have been 1 under, and he would have been tied for 3rd. That's a lot of money that F-bomb and club slam cost you there.
It did. It did.
Let's see how much money that would have cost. He made $617,000. He would have been right around $1.5 million. So about $900,000
fine.
club slam.
It's basically a fine. It's basically a fine.
Yeah.
But only three players finished under par. Tom Kim also finished at
Yeah,
1
love
under.
to see. I do love Tom Kim. Good to see him back up there in the top 3.
He had to qualify for the tournament
I
because
know.
he's so far out of the so
He
good
does
for
not have to
him.
qualify next year.
And dude, here's another thing about Wyndham Clark. He's won this tournament twice in 6 starts. And there's only 1, 2, 3 other golfers that have done that. John McDermott did it in 4, Walter Hagen did it in 5, and Ernie Els also did it in 5. So, and he talked about it, and he owned it in the media post game. You know, he said, I get it. Some of it's self-deserved, and he did some unfortunate things that he regrets. And, you know, like you said, he apologized, but that stuff's going to follow him around for a while.
Yeah. I don't hate him. I hope he wins a couple more.
I don't think hatred is the word, dude. It's just, you can't cheer for everybody on the tour. Just because you don't cheer for them doesn't mean that it's hatred. Like, I don't think we should be cheering balls that fall off the green. PGA Tour events, specifically the U.S. Opens, unless it's Ryder Cup and you're cheering to get for the USA, then you can do that. But like you just don't see stuff like that very often on the PGA Tour. But dude, he's playing so well right now,
Very well.
and I mean the way he wasn't even striking the ball that great Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. It's just he kept saving himself with the putter.
Yeah.
And if you can make shots, you can make putts like that, you're gonna still be in it, and that's why he was able to hang on. But good for him. It was cool to see him and his dad celebrate afterwards. Two U.S. Opens now in the last 4 years is pretty impressive.
Pretty good. Pretty good.
Move on to a little hoops. Got some news that I think was unexpected earlier in this week. Coming off a national championship in his second year at Michigan, Dusty May goes to the NBA with the Dallas Mavericks. How caught off guard were you by this news?
Oh yeah, no, I was caught off guard. I think everybody was caught off guard. It kind of sent a little shockwave through college basketball and sports fans, and I don't think anybody really expected it. But you know, I mean, I think he went to the NBA just to focus on coaching. I don't think he won his national title in college, so he's been at the top of the mountain there. He can go to the NBA and just coach. He doesn't have to worry about recruiting players or NIL this, NIL that. He can go just coach. And then as you said the other day, like if you fail at the Mavericks, there's always going to be a pretty good college job waiting for you when you win that national title. So go make some more money, go focus on coaching. And if it doesn't work out, you can go back to college and coach a really, really good team and be just fine.
Yeah, I don't know how I'm supposed to have a take on this now that you just stole my take on text. But yeah, I mean, that's the truth. Like, and nobody wants to deal with NIL and transfer portal. It's constant. You just win a national title. He's got two guys coming back in Cadeau and McKinney, but you still got to build the rest of your roster after that. And you have to do it consistently every single year. Figure out a way to get money to pay these guys. Talk them into coming back, plus the money. Like it's too much. It's not sustainable. And when you get an opportunity to go to the Mavericks to get paid more, because he's going to get paid more at the Mavericks than he was getting paid at Michigan, I'm sure.
Probably.
And like not many college coaches have gone to the pro level and had success. There's very few.
Very few.
So I don't think anybody really expects him to go there and win. But you get an opportunity to coach Cooper Flagg. You get an opportunity to coach Morez Johnson, who you just drafted 9th overall. And then, like you said, when you've been there 3-4 years, maybe even shorter than that, and they decide to move on and bring in somebody else, you can get any job you want in the country.
Yeah.
Any job.
Yeah. And
get paid again and start on a new contract, and now you're back in the NIL and transfer portal world. But maybe by then the rules are different.
Yeah. No. I mean, you just look at like Billy Donovan, for instance, won the 2 national titles at Florida, was the hottest college basketball coach, goes to the NBA, has mediocre success, wasn't great, but his name is mentioned in every single job search that comes open in college basketball. for all the blue bloods. Everybody's like Billy Donovan, Billy. So this is the same kind of thing. Like you said, if you go and you fail, your name's going to come up in every job search in college basketball because you've won that national title. You've proven your success in college basketball. You're going to be wanted.
I mean, for sure, for sure. And if Billy Donovan wanted to take a college job right now, he could find one. That somebody would take him. There's no doubt about it. And he could take off this year and get one next year if that's what he wants to do. But
Mhm.
there's always going to be a college job. There's not always going to be an NBA job. Now he could potentially get another NBA job, but there is for a fact a college team that would hire Billy Donovan right now without even thinking about it.
Oh, in a premier program would probably do it.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Mhm. And Billy
It,
Donovan hadn't coached college in 15 years, I feel like.
I don't think it's been that long, but it's
I feel
been a
like it's
long
been a
time.
long time.
Here's another thing with Dusty May. Dude was a manager at Indiana
Yeah.
and was kind of just moved through the ranks, like because you're not a well-known player, so like you've heard stories about him, you know, with Coach Cal, like he drove overnight to meet with him and ended up getting some position with them and was able to parlay that into an assistant job at Eastern Michigan, then Murray State, then UAB, then Louisiana Tech, then Florida, and then he got the head coaching job at Florida Atlantic. Those first couple of years at Florida Atlantic, they were 17 and 16, 17 and 15, 13 and 10, and 19 and 15. There's a lot of places where you're hovering around 400 or 500 for 4 years. You might not get a fifth year.
Yeah,
Now,
Florida
Florida
Atlantic,
Atlantic's probably
one of those
not in
places.
that
Yeah. No.
that kind of situation, but there are places where if you do that, you could lose your job. He then goes 35 and 4 the next year, gets to the Final Four, goes 25 and 9 the next year, makes the tournament, and then gets a job in Michigan, goes to a Sweet 16, and then had what was probably the best team the whole entire year,
Yes.
and wins the whole thing last year. Does he take this job if Michigan doesn't win it all?
It depends on how far he gets. I mean, I don't know if he
No,
gets
like
off
say
the
they got to the title game and they lose. Does he take this job?
tough. That's really tough. I mean, it made his decision a whole lot easier winning that title. I know that, but that's tough. Probably because, like you said, like NBA jobs don't come all around all the time, so you probably got to take it when you can. Um, but it makes it a lot tougher.
I think it's a lot tougher. And you're gonna have a pretty good team next year. Are you gonna be as good as you were next year? Probably not. You're losing Yaxel, you're losing Morez Johnson, you're losing Mara, like you're losing a lot of talent there. But they are still bringing some guys back, and they're going to bring in some other guys through the portal and through the recruiting ranks. So maybe if he doesn't win, they fall just short. Maybe he comes back, but I think you're right. I think he still ends up. It's too tempting to take these jobs, get paid more, and just like you said, get to coach. Like you only have to coach. And that's why these things are so tempting. And it's why we've seen so many coaches retire early because they don't want to deal with all this.
Yeah.
And but everybody talks about all the players leaving all the time, going wherever they want, and then a coach does it. Are those same people saying the same thing? Because coaches have always had the ability to do this.
Yeah. I mean, but this at least is a step up. It's not like he went to another college. Like this, it's a step up in the career. Like you can't. It's not the same. You can't blame him for this.
How long does he last in Dallas?
3 years. Oh,
Back.
they got a good core. They got a good young nucleus there. I mean, Cooper Flags is a stud. I think Morris Johnson has a potential to be really good. And shock, like that was the most obvious draft pick that was going to happen last night was him going to the Mavericks.
I mean, do you think that's just him saying you got to get this guy, or are they already going to bring him
No,
in?
I think that's the guy you want. I think he was the reason. Yeah, I think he was the reason that Morris Johnson is now there.
Just on paper, it looks like that, but
I mean, I mean, don't get me wrong. He's a great player and deserved that high of a draft
he
pick.
wasn't on boards that high.
Well, I mean, he's a first rounder, but yeah,
For
I
sure.
mean, I think I think Dusty's the reason that he got drafted there. But I don't know.
Eh,
What do you think? Do you think he has success? Is Kyrie still? Where's Kyrie? Is he playing? What's he doing?
yeah, but who knows? Who knows?
I
Here's
don't
what
know.
I
What do you
say.
think?
I think he's coaching Indiana 28, 29.
You don't think Darian DeVries is gonna work out in Bloomington, huh?
I think Dusty May is the head coach of the Indiana Hoosiers for the 28, 29 season. I think this sets it up.
So we're 26, 27. We go 27, 20. So 3 years from now, 2 seasons with the Mavs, and then he's at Indiana. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
29, 30 at the latest. But I think there's a chance if DeVries gets fired that he could leave the Mavericks and take that job without even getting fired
I mean,
because
he could have had that job last year.
yeah, but this is different. He wasn't gonna leave Michigan after 1 year. And
Well,
we've
you think if IU had fired Woodson 1 year earlier, he would have taken that job
yeah,
instead of the Michigan job?
1,000%. 1,000. I mean, they're proving that they're given resources,
They're a
and he's
football
an
school
alum.
now, eh? We're a football school.
He's an alum there. They are a football school now. But I think this sets it up. And I mean, maybe I guess there's a chance he goes and had the Mavericks and has success, but we just haven't seen that. Like Larry Brown, like who else has been a college coach
Didn't
that has had a lot of success?
Brad Stevens have success with the Celtics?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, he did. It just hasn't happened very often. You go to the Celtics, that's a
No,
little
it doesn't.
different.
It
It's
does not
setting you
happen
up.
very often. It does not happen.
But I don't know. Was not expecting that news earlier in this week, but in hindsight, it just doesn't surprise me. And I think you're going to start seeing this more often just because,
Yeah.
like you said, nobody wants to deal with it.
Yeah.
Morez Johnson went ninth. That was the first real surprise in the draft. The first 8 were all just as were predicted. Draft falls on a Tuesday night. Kind of caught me off guard. Did you still follow it last night?
I stopped after like the 12th pick because then it didn't really matter.
Yeah, the first 4 I think are really good. This here's my thing. Like we admitted last year how it was probably the fewest NBA games we watched during the regular season.
Mm-hmm.
And even the playoffs, like the first couple of rounds, I don't think we were locked in. You would admit to that, right?
Correct.
And then it got to the semis, and I think from that point on, we were watching.
Yeah, we were watching. Yeah.
With that, and with the fact that we watch a lot of college hoops, and we're familiar with a lot of these guys in this draft. I mean, that's the thing. These last couple of drafts haven't had a ton of college kids.
No, it's
So,
been Europeans and
yeah.
yeah. Yeah.
So they're drafting players that you're not familiar with that don't give you a reason to want to tune in. But now that we've seen a lot of these guys play in what is probably one of the best draft classes we've seen in a long time, do you think you'll watch more NBA next year in the regular season?
No, I don't think so. Not the regular
At
season. I
all?
mean, probably not. I mean, maybe the Pacers because I do like Pacers, but like,
But they didn't even draft anybody.
I mean, it's just such like I'm not staying up at 10 o'clock to watch the Sacramento Kings, or I'm not staying up at 10 o'clock to watch the Utah Jazz and Darren Peterson. Like, not doing it. Will I
Well,
follow it? Yeah,
they do play East Coast games too.
sure, but like
Like all of their games aren't in Salt Lake City.
I know, but like half of them are. But will I follow like the player? Like, yeah, but how many DeBonta put up last night? How many Peterson put up last night? I'll probably keep up with Michael Brown Jr. Because he's a Louisville guy, and you know he's an East Coast now with the Nets. So might keep up with that and see how they're doing. But I don't expect the Nets to be very good. But no, I mean, will I keep up with it more? Yes. Will I watch more? Probably not. I'll catch the highlights on SportsCenter.
Okay, so I was going to say you're not watching, but you're getting the morning paper out, the Courier Journal. You're going to the box scores. You're flipping through the box scores, and that's
Yes,
how you're going to get your
100%.
NBA information
I
next
would
year.
do that. Yes. Well, I will watch some games, but I mean, 82 game regular season in the NBA is just
They got to figure out a way to make it not boring. There's no doubt because
the NBA Cup. They tried the NBA Cup, and I don't really care about that either.
yeah, you've already cussed me out for trying to talk about how it's predicted the NBA Finals over the last couple of years, so we're not going to go into that. But yeah, nobody cares who wins the NBA Cup, and it's just the season's too long. The season is just too long, and the games aren't competitive enough. You don't see teams going full out for 48 minutes enough. They see too many players
You
taking
don't.
games off. They got a lot of issues that they need to fix.
They need to go. I mean, I know baseball's 162 games because they play 3-game series, but go the route that baseball went. Is if you're in the National League, you play the teams in the American League one time. In the NBA, if you're in the Eastern Conference, you're playing a home and home with the Western Conference. You don't need to do that. Play them one time, and you rotate. Like if you play Phoenix and Phoenix this year, then you get Phoenix at your place next year.
So that's how you're fixing to get people to watch?
No, but it's going to shorten the season.
So you just want to shorten the season?
Yeah, I would probably watch more if it was on like 2 nights a week instead of every 3, 5.
So what's the number? Like, where do you go from 80? Where do you go from 82? Like, if it's
50?
60, are you watching?
50.
50? Like, it's never going to happen. That's throwing away too much money.
I know.
It's so the season is too long, but it's going to be that. That's never going to be a fix. They're never going to shorten the season. They're never going to shorten any seasons, no matter what sport. The seasons will never get shorter. They will get longer, as we will see.
Start the season later. Start the season after Christmas. Like, don't compete with the NFL in October and November, and like, nobody's watching the NBA during that time, or even December. Nobody's watching the NBA. You might watch Christmas Day, but I'm not watching December 23rd in NBA basketball when the NFL is on. Not doing it. Start the season after Christmas, after the New Year. Yet you're going to compete with college basketball, but you're only going to compete with them until March, and then it's your time to shine. It's your time to shine that March through June.
You're still not going to, it doesn't fix it though. And you're shortening the season, which isn't going to happen.
Why aren't you fixing it? More people will pay attention. They're like, nobody's paying attention.
The season is not going to get shortened. That is not an option.
It needs to.
Like, I don't disagree that it needs to, but it is absolutely not an option. So they have to fix. I don't know what you do, but I will say the season's always been 82 games. And
you either love the NBA or you hate. I don't think there's really a fix. It's either you love it or you hate it.
We used to watch a lot more when it was 82 games. We used to watch.
I love 90s basketball. Right. But it was a different era. It's a different time. It's a different way of playing. It's all different.
Dude, that's the same thing for baseball, for football. They're all different eras. All the eras have changed. The NBA is not the only eras that's changed.
I just feel like it's softer now.
But it's the only one that we don't watch the regular season. 162 Major League Baseball, we still watch our team almost every single night.
Well, your superstars in the NBA now are playing half seasons. Like, we have guys that don't even qualify for MVP races because they decided to sit out so many games.
Big problem.
I mean, you got to force your superstars to play. You got to put them, the most exposure that you can. Like, you just got to stop being soft. Stop being soft. Stop giving technicals for everything. Just stop being soft.
I guess stop being soft, I guess, is a way to fix it. But
new motto.
I don't know.
Stop being soft.
I am excited. As a Bulls fan growing up with Jordan, I am excited that they've got Caleb Wilson and gives them a player that they can kind of build around. And I will be excited to watch them play a little more.
Yeah, so we talk about what do you think? What did WNBA do? Nobody paid attention to WNBA 4 or 5 years ago. A lot of people pay attention to it now, including myself. I find myself watching WNBA games because it's a better product now. What did they do? Take a lesson from them.
Caitlin Clark.
Well, Caitlin Clark, but it's also Angel Reese. Like, there's a lot of young, good superstars that that took over college basketball. Everybody knew them, so maybe this draft class will help that because it was such a good one. We all saw them in college; they were all great players. Like, this could help, but
100%.
I think maybe this could be the fix. This rookie class could be the fix that we need, or that the NBA needs.
Which is why I asked the question: will this rookie class help you watch more games next year?
It could. I mean, to be determined. Let's put it there. We'll put it to be determined.
But no, yes, the WNBA, the values of the franchises have risen exponentially over the last couple of years. And the majority of that is because of Caitlin Clark. But Angel Reese's, the Paige Beckers, they deserve credit for it too. But let's be honest, Caitlin Clark is the main reason.
She was the main reason, yes. But it's sustained. Like, it hasn't gotten old. It's Caitlin Clark's 3rd year in the league, maybe. People are still watching.
And guess what they just announced? Guess what they had just announced? They're expanding they're extending their season. They're going to a longer season.
Makes more money.
And I think it starts next year.
People are showing up.
No, and it's great because.
But even Caitlin Clark didn't play in that. What was that 3-on-3 league that they did in the offseason? You know what I'm talking
There's
about?
a couple of them. Yeah, there's a couple of them.
But they sold out Philly's arena. 21,000 people went and watched 3-on-3 women's basketball, and Caitlin Clark wasn't playing.
No, and look, they're doing some things
It's
right. There's
popular.
no doubt.
It's
There
gotten
that
popular.
that's
Think
that's
of
separate of the WNBA. That's women's basketball as a
it's
whole. But yeah, no, there is momentum with women's hoops, and I didn't know we were going to get into this discussion, but I love watching the women's basketball the NCAA tournament just as much as I like watching the men's.
100%.
And
It
look,
doesn't have the
my
first rounds because the first rounds are always blowouts, but yeah, once you get into the second round, Sweet 16s and beyond, it's really quality basketball. It's
and
entertaining. It's
and
good.
look, I understand that my background contributes to that
Same
as
for me.
somebody who worked in women's basketball.
Same.
And that's going to be a hot take for most people. And they're going to be like, dude, you are an idiot.
No,
And
but
look,
the viewership
I'm
backs it
fine
up.
with that.
Look at the
I'm fine with that.
numbers. Look at the viewership numbers. It backs it
Yeah.
up.
But there's still people that are friends that refuse to go to Louisville women's basketball games
Well, our
because
friends
they
are
think they're
stupid.
above watching women's play basketball.
Well, we
Like, it's just,
agree.
it doesn't make any sense to me.
Well, that's just a stupid mindset.
Like, where are we at?
It's a stupid
Like,
mindset.
now there are some bad games, and some coaches that coach women's hoops will say that, but you know what? There's bad games on the men's side too.
But yeah.
So it goes both ways.
I mean, yeah, women aren't going to dunk the ball. There's not any alley-oops, but there are some really damn good players that play that game in women's basketball that are worth paying attention to.
Good little tangent
Yeah.
that you created here.
Coach Walls would be proud of us.
And dude, here's the thing too. You want to talk Indiana Fever? Maisha now with the Fever is now their enforcer. It's awesome.
I feel like she's always been an enforcer.
It's awesome.
I mean, I remember back when she was with the Wings, her and Sophie Cunningham got into it.
Yes.
Which I mean, now they're teammates.
Yeah.
And Sophie's kind of an enforcer herself, but no, it's fun to watch, man. I enjoy it.
Because dude, what they talk about, everybody was being really physical with Caitlin Clark, and now you gotta go through Maisha if you want to do that.
I'm kind of turned on Caitlin Clark a little bit, to be honest with you.
Negatively or positively?
Negatively.
Why?
I mean, I did not like her in college because of all the flailing and the complaining, but I like what she did for women's basketball and making it popular. And now I've kind of gone back to, God, I hate her complaining and flailing and doing all that nonsense again.
Too LeBron-esque?
Yes. Yes, except I think she's worse than LeBron
She's
in that aspect.
she's too important. Like, she's so important to the game.
She's very important to the game, but
I see what you're saying.
stop. She's got to stop. Every screen, she's throwing her arms in the air. It's like, it's just annoying.
I'm a Page guy.
I like Paige.
I'm a Page guy. And I didn't like I said, I didn't know we were getting, but if I got to pick between the two, I think I might pick Page.
I would pick Paige over as like a fan favorite. Yes, I would pick Paige over.
I'm paying on my team, like to run a franchise.
Oh, hey, that's a tough one. I don't know about that.
It is tough.
Yeah. Okay.
But she just, I don't know. And maybe I'm trying to be hot takey, but I've just always been a fan of her game, and that I just appreciate what Caitlin Clark has done for women's basketball as a whole. And yeah.
Speaking of women's basketball, one more thing. The
Yeah.
Louisville Cardinals non-conference schedule was released today. The
Yeah.
UConn Huskies making a trip to the KFC Yum Center this year. So
Look at you doing your job trying to sell some tickets.
come on now.
I will
Get
say
15,000.
the travel aspect of that schedule, not too shabby, as if you have to travel with that team. They're going to Texas, and I
Alaska.
think that's about it. Yeah, that wasn't on there yet, but
It
yeah,
was not
Texas.
on there, but they are going to play the Great Alaskan Shootout. A blast from the past. If anybody remembers those Great Alaskan Shootouts, but they're doing that too.
So we got to talk a little World Cup. Like, I'm watching it every single day.
Yeah.
No, regardless of who's playing. I got my USA jersey finally in. Was hoping I would have it for the game on Friday. Get it in the mail the day before, and it is a little snug. Soccer jerseys run a little smaller than football jerseys, so just be aware of that. If you decide to get I even got the size up, and it's still like it fits, but the arm's still a little shorter than I would probably want them to be. But we were all there on Tin Roof on Friday for the USA versus Australia. Couldn't get into Saints, after being there for the opener. The game was at 3:00. They said you had to get there at 12. By 12:15, all their tables were full.
Well, nobody was working Friday, so that contributed to that.
Yeah, on your birthday.
Um,
But good time was had ball. USA wins 2-0, even without Christian Pulisic playing. They already know that they're going to win their group. So we get the USA in the round of 32, and they're going to play what looks like probably a third place team.
They will play a third place team. So the round of 32 will be Wednesday at 8:00. So tomorrow's game, I guess, doesn't really mean much, if anything. So you're probably going to see some guys that haven't gotten a lot of playing time in this World Cup yet, get some playing time.
But they're saying Pulisic might play.
I mean, I think he needs to play a little
So
bit just to, get back out there, and you don't want him out too long. So maybe give him a little bit of run out there since he missed the last game. But yeah, no, it's the U.S. is off to a great start. Looking forward to 10:00 tomorrow night. It'll be a late one, so hope everybody stays up for that. But then after that, round of 32 Wednesday at 8:00 against a third place team to be determined. I think Bosnia Herzegovina, or however you pronounce that, was a potential that everybody's been talking about. So it might be them.
everybody was saying cheer for them to win, and they won.
Yeah, and they did. So maybe it's them. I don't know. I've heard Senegal thrown out there. I don't know, but it's to be determined. We'll know more after these third games have been completed this week. So, but so far so good. I love it. I mean, Messi's being Messi. 5 goals already. It's like the superstars are showing up.
Dude, it's awesome.
Ronaldo 2 goals yesterday. I mean, the superstars in this tournament are showing up for their countries, and it has been absolutely awesome. The fans have been awesome. Like, you watch the Scottish fans taking over Miami and taking over Boston, and like all these foreigners coming to the U.S. and just having an absolute great time. So love watching that. Love watching these teams, and it's been fun.
Yeah, even watching Haiti, Morocco, like the game was awesome today. Like Haiti goes up 1-0, then they tie it. They go back up 2-1, and then it's 2-2, and finally Morocco pulls away. But yeah, it's just the fact it's fun to watch every 4 years, but the fact that it's on American soil, I think definitely adds another element to it.
Yeah,
And like you said, see all these fans' reaction coming here from all over the country and seeing what they're doing on social media. It's like watching them eat biscuits and gravy is funny.
They're going to Costco's and Buc-ee's and Waffle Houses, and yeah, their minds have been blown.
They're like, these people eat biscuits and gravy every morning to start their day.
No wonder we're so fat over here.
No wonder. Like who can do that anyway? The people I don't think anybody actually starts their day with biscuits and gravy every day. It's more of a weekend treat, I would hope.
Yeah.
Like, I'd eat that and I'd be done for the day.
I might eat it like twice a year, to be honest. I'm not a huge biscuits and gravy fan. I don't hate it, but it's not something I normally would order.
Yeah, I'll eat it. I would never order it out. Like, if the fam's cooking breakfast and they've got it, then yeah, I'll put it on the plate. But yeah, I'm not going to your favorite Dairy Queen and getting their famed biscuits and gravy.
I don't think I've ever done that.
That's what they're famous for. And you love their double cheeseburger.
It's the double cheese. So good.
The jerseys are so good. The USA jerseys.
Oh, the US, the one you're wearing.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, I agree. One of my favorites that they've had.
They're so good. And I like the alternate one too. But I do think this one's better. Like the design with one of them being the stripes and the other one being the stars, I think is really cool. And look, we don't have iconic jerseys like Brazil, who's just going to wear that yellow every time.
Yeah.
Or the Netherlands in their orange.
And Spain red. Yeah.
So doing some cool stuff with it. I really like the look of them. And
I agree.
Dude, I paid $80 for this thing.
I think it's money well spent. You can wear it on the 4th of July now, too.
Well, I will. And Brazil plays today. And before the Brazil game, we've got a Brazilian psychic going hysterical on social media, saying that aliens are going to invade the World Cup and abduct hundreds of fans live during the match. She has 23 million followers.
3 million.
How many followers did she lose after her alien prediction did not come to fruition?
I would hope 23 million. If that's what she had, which is insane. I would hope after her prediction was wildly wrong that she loses 23 million because it's just an absurd thing to say.
Bahahian or something like that. It's her last name. Her first name is VO, and the last name is Bahiana. So
Where's she from?
Bahayana.
Where's she from?
She's from Brazil.
Oh, Brazil. Okay.
She's a spiritualist whose real name is Ana Tercia del Silva Gonzalez. Dude, I need to stop this. I'm
Gosh,
just
yeah.
embarrassing myself.
No, don't even try.
Yeah, I need to cut that out of the recorded version. But yeah, she's going hysterical on the video, saying it's aliens are coming. I will say, I was watching most of the Haiti game, but then I turned it on in the second half to see if the aliens had shown up or yet.
I think this probably might have been the most watched World Cup game yet. People just turning in to see flying saucers coming down and beams of light and people just getting plucked out of their seats. But it did not happen.
Were you expecting like just regular old green aliens, or like if you say aliens are coming down at the World Cup, like what kind of aliens are you expecting?
Gray. They're probably gonna be gray. I feel like aliens are gray.
Just those like still got arms and legs, like
yeah, with the big old eye, like the big black eyes and the bald heads, and yeah, like they're just gray though.
So the Wimby alien that you see all the T-shirts. That's
I think they're.
you think we've got it down exactly? What an alien looks like.
I think aliens are short. I think like an alien be about your height.
What makes you think that?
I just think that they're short people. I don't know why. I just think that they're short.
Are you confusing aliens and Oompa Loompas?
No. Oompa Loompas are gray and orange.
Are not aliens.
No, they're gray and they're green and orange. No, I'm talking about little gray guys with big old heads and big black eyes, and they're gray and they got little short arms and short legs.
So we have it predicted exactly what they look like already. That's what they look like on the Wimby T-shirts. So somehow, even though we haven't seen them, we know exactly what they look like.
I think that there are people that might have seen them, but they just won't tell you about it.
So here's my thing. This is what I think aliens look like. And the Simpsons have predicted how many things accurately over there?
I don't know if that's true. I think that's just like people say that and they just do like an AI creation of the Simpsons. And
it's the Simpsons have predicted so many things. It's way before AI, bro. But that's what the aliens look like. Those big green with like tentacles. That's what aliens look like.
I mean, Futurama was a thing. Remember watching Futurama?
Of course.
Maybe that's what
the same Simpson people.
Yeah.
I mean, what's the main character on Futurama?
I don't remember. He's an alien though.
No, he's a robot.
Oh, well, there was the robot, there was the alien, and there was like the normal guy. I don't remember.
I didn't watch it that much.
I didn't.
But he's kind of looks like Homer Simpson as a robot.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, we don't need to break down Futurama. At the Marlins game, there was a dog.
Little dog night. I mean, like,
famous.
Yeah, like like baseball teams do their dog day at the park and all that, and you bring your K9 friends to enjoy a little baseball game with you. Yeah, that's what they did.
But one dog specifically went viral. So there's a dog getting fed a hot dog.
Yeah.
And right behind him is another dog that did not get fed a hot dog.
He's watching this dog's getting fed a hot dog by his owners, and the dog is just so excited, just scarfing down this gorgeous thing of pig leftovers. And then we've got little buddy in the background just staring at it with the saddest look on his face that he's not getting fed a delicious hot dog.
And his head
breaks your heart.
Does not move.
No, he's staring.
And you know for an absolute fact there's saliva just dropping down the side of his mouth and dripping down onto the concrete floor.
Poor guy.
But they put out a social media post to try to find the dog because they wanted to take care of it, giving his best day. My hope is that the owners have contacted the Miami Marlins, and that is something that is in the works.
So there was an update. They did find out whose the dog was and who owns the dog. So I think that it might have a happy ending, and hopefully this dog gets several hot dogs. They were going to treat him to a basically a VIP experience at a Marlins game. So I don't know what that means. I don't know if you go out and play a little fetch on the field, maybe a little frisbee in the outfield. Like maybe
I
Let them
yeah,
chase a tennis ball or something, and you hit it a couple dingers at. I don't know. I don't know what you do, but
I
hope he
would
gets
sprinkle hot dogs and
get him like a helmet. No, get him a little
bacon
helmet ice
strips.
cream. Get a little
Put
helmet ice cream, a little soft serve in a Marlins helmet.
yeah, put a little those little 1-foot pools. Have those all over the place. Have sprinklers going off. Have things around for him to chase. Like maybe put some cats out there.
Okay, I don't think go that far, but maybe, yeah, okay.
But like just let the little buddy go nuts. Like he
Yeah,
deserves it.
he definitely deserves it, and get him a hot dog.
And dogs are the best.
Dogs are the greatest animals on earth, or yes, on earth.
Yeah, except yours. Nobody can see it or pet it because it'll bite their hand off, which is unfortunate. But
Doesn't bite mine. Loves me.
I would hope so. He lives with you. But every single time we're over the house, dog goes in the room because he will bite everybody's head off.
Don't come in her house.
That's what I'm doing. And yeah, she don't want us there. A couple weeks ago, we got to close with this. And this is, yeah. We had talked about golf challenge. We
Yep,
had talked specifically about the third hole at the University of Louisville Golf Club, which is 160-yard par three.
yep.
And just a couple days before that, I had put it on the green in one shot. But our proposal was you get 3 shots, you put it on the green, and any of those 3, you make $5 million. But if you miss it, you go directly to jail.
And
Handcuffed,
I declined the challenge.
handcuffed as you walk off
Yes,
the
I
tee.
declined the challenge. You accepted the challenge.
So we played some golf yesterday.
You did.
We we took the Bruces out. My dad's name is Bruce. Your father-in-law's name is Bruce. We took the Bruces out for Father's Day.
Which we did learn they also have the same middle name.
They do. They're both Bruce
Why?
Allen.
Why?
One spelled it Alan and the other Allen. So they're
Random, but also awesome.
very different. And dude, randomly on the 15th hole, like they just ask each other, "Hey, are your middle name Allen?" Yeah, my name. And then they hug each other and they walk off. Um, I'm also an Allen, Alan. So you were the only one without the middle name of Allen out there. But we get to the box on 3, and I'm like, I guess we're gonna do this, right?
Mhm.
Like, yeah, yeah. So hit my first ball, and this is my ball that I'm playing. So this is my ball that counts because I had parred the first 2 holes,
You did.
making bombs. So
Yep.
I was trying to keep a good score going. I pull the little one. I pull the first one left, which is the safe play on that hole because you don't want to go in the water.
Right.
And it didn't turn at all. So I found myself in the bunker
Straight bunker.
on,
Yep.
on the left side of the green. You have 2 more chances. So then, second shot, I felt like I hit it really good, going straight at it for the most part, and it rode onto the green and into the rough over the green, right?
No, your first one I thought was short.
The
I couldn't tell.
the
It rolled up onto the green and then took a hard right turn because the
okay,
slope's
that
that
was
way,
that was the
and then it
second one.
rolled into the rough off the front right.
To the right,
Yeah.
towards the water.
So hit the green, rolls off the green, into the rough.
And then the third one was the one I hit the best,
Yeah.
and that's going straight at it, and honestly had too much on it, and rose straight over the green, through the fringe,
And into the rough.
into the first little cut. So, if this was a real life thing,
Popo's
your boy
there's a warrant out for your arrest. The
you
Popo's gonna
well,
show up at your
there's
door.
no warrant, like we said, that you're handcuffed right there.
You couldn't even finish the
Uh,
one.
no, you're done.
So yeah, you should be in jail. If this was a real challenge, you would be in jail right now. You'd have 364 more days to go. What were you gonna do in there to survive?
I guess I'll write a manifesto about why you shouldn't take a challenge of that magnitude and be a risk taker. Uh, I will say, like, I may
That was that was with no pressure. If it was
no,
really, yeah, yeah.
without question. Without question. I mean, you still feel a little bit because you wanna make it, but yeah, the pressure is nowhere near what it would have been in a real situation. I hit 3 good shots. And like if I would have hit 1 or 2 bad shots and 1 good one, like I felt good about the way I hit all 3 balls. Does that help or keep me from going to jail? No. I also will say walking up to that box, like I was overconfident, there's no doubt, because I had just done it and put it to 15 feet. I told you this is a lot more intimidating shot than I thought. And it was pretty much the same box. It wasn't back any farther than I think the last time that we played it.
No, same box.
But yeah, I was like, this is a little, because you got to turn it a little bit. Because I think what happened on the third one is I went straight at it, and when you land it, I don't, with the club that I have to hit, because I don't hit the ball far enough. It's just you don't get enough room to land it on the green.
Yeah, you don't get a lot of height under your. Yeah, you're right.
So that's why I think when I did it a couple weeks ago, I turned that ball in, which was what I was trying to do with the first one. But going to jail, and I don't have any get out of jail free cards, unfortunately.
No,
When was the last time you played Monopoly?
been a while. Been a while.
Did you enjoy it?
Yes, I do enjoy Monopoly. One of the better board games that there is.
I mean, you got to be ready for 3-4 hours of just rolling those dice and going around the track.
Pour yourself a drink, get your beer, settle in.
Maybe
Yeah,
we should have a Monopoly night. Y'all always doing poker over there. Maybe we should do a Monopoly night.
do Monopoly. I could do
I'm
that.
down. I'm down. But birthday festivities this weekend, I hope we're good.
Yeah, they were.
We did.
And the birthday, Father's Day double. We went to the. You were there. Went out to the Catholic Church picnic at St. Albert. Had a good time. Maybe too good of a time. Maybe you had too good of a time.
Good times were had. Handing money to everybody, letting them play beat the dealer. It was a good time out there. Our boy Mike Vanover was the one dealing, so we're all playing. And
I did not beat.
eventually you're gonna lose.
Yep, I lost.
Eventually you're gonna lose. But Catholic picnics are always fun. Last year we went to St. Michael's. I'm sure that one's coming up here
Yep.
pretty
Do that
soon.
again. I gotta do that again.
So
Yep.
all right, so how far, before we wrap, how far do you think USA is gonna go?
I think this team gets to the round of 16. No, but they win the first 32.
Can they get to 8?
Yes, I think they get to 8.
I think they can get to 8.
I think they win 2 games in the knockout stage. So 32, and then they win the 16.
And look, we talk about the NCAA tournament. I know this is a little different, but when it's one and done, anything can happen. So you get to 8, and who knows? But I think if they get to 8, it's an accomplishment.
I mean, we got Cape Verde
For
out
sure.
there tying Spain. So if they can do that, then
Yeah.
anything can happen.
Well,
You're right.
no more ties once you get to the next round. Get the PKs. Woof. Could you make a PK or go to jail, or you get $5 million?
Hell no. I'm going to jail if I take that. Hell no.
What if you had to either take the PK or be the goalkeeper, which one are you picking? So you have to do it. You don't have a choice. So it's either going to be a professional soccer player taking the PK and you have to save it,
Yeah, no.
or you're the taker.
I'm the taker because I'm going to kick it one direction, and I'm hoping that the goalie picks the wrong way. I've got no chance of probably stopping a professional PK.
Oh, I have 0. Like I have to kick it because I have 0 chance of being the goalkeeper.
I think you got to kick it. You got to kick it.
Now look, I'm going to jail because I have no chance of putting enough power on that kick. Even if he guesses wrong, I think the goalie might be able to get up off his belly, get back up, go to the entire side of the other goal, and then pick up the ball that I just kicked.
Yeah.
And save it. But excited for the World Cup tomorrow. Excited for the whole thing. We're going to get out of here. Reminder, subscribe to the Height Differential, however you listen to pods, rate and leave your review. And then follow us at the Height Differential on all social platforms. Do you need to tell how the kiddos did in the swim meet on Monday? Did you want to give them a shout?
Kids did great. Yep. Harper won 2 ribbons. Bennett won a first place ribbon for winning her heat in the freestyle. They both set personal records in the freestyle, which was great. So yeah, kids are doing well. They've qualified for the basically the big swim meet at the end of the year. So they're doing good. Doing good.
I got 2 nephews playing in All-Stars this weekend, so excited to go to South Odom and watch Valley Sports try to win the 10U and the 7U, I think, All-Star tournaments. So a lot going on. But for that idiot, the 6'6" Neil, I am this idiot that should be in jail right now, the 4'10" Nick. You've been listening to High Differential. We'll talk to you next week. You. Give
it to me. That was a good horse racing segment. Can't have too many haters on that one.
We're gonna find out. Because look, dude, like, let me tell you these numbers. It's wild. On Facebook, I say, would you rather start late? The Scotty, what's the best draw?
Yeah.
308 views. Sovereignty versus Golden Tempo, 4.1 thousand.
I don't get it.
Should Golden Tempo be in the top 10? 4.4 thousand. Nysos or Golden Tempo, 14.2 thousand. Matt doubling down on Golden Tempo, 6.6 thousand. Did Golden Tempo miss history by not racing the Preakness? 5.3. Golden Tempo proved us wrong, 11.7. Will Golden Tempo ever win again? 53.1 thousand. Like our Belmont State picks, 9,000.
53,000 people watched the
Hey, and then you can only have one condiment for life, 745.